Well, a woman in Norfolk has pleaded guilty to a crime that shattered a quiet Ocean View street nearly a year ago. The victim's neighbors jumped into action to help her, and now the case of a woman who tried to take her car at gunpoint appears solved. Here's 10 on your side, Cheyenne Pagan.
I'm in front of the office of the Norfolk Commonwealth's attorney, where we learned that 22-year-old Rakesha Gray took a plea deal in this case last week. The quiet of a Norfolk neighborhood was rattled last April when someone tried to pull off a carjacking. The victim doesn't want to comment on the case until the sentencing happens, but she told 10 on her side last year that her neighbors were there for her.
I'm really glad it worked out the way it did, but if I didn't have the neighbors that I have in this neighborhood, we could have had a different situation.
Jennifer Duncan was sitting in the driver's seat of her car with her window down off Wells Parkway. The Commonwealth's attorney's office says that's when Rakesha Gray approached the vehicle wearing a mask and pointed a black BB gun, which appeared to be a gun at the time, at Duncan. They say that Gray demanded Duncan's keys, and when Duncan refused, Gray grabbed her phone, threw it across the yard, and threatened to shoot her.
The victim didn't get out of her car. The defendant stole the victim's purse and was caught shortly thereafter.
Norfolk Commonwealth's attorney Ramin Fadahi says that was thanks to nearby neighbors who witnessed the incident and called the police, with some even chasing after Gray until officers arrived and arrested her. Gray says she was experiencing mental health issues at the time and was initially deemed not competent to stand trial. She underwent mental health restoration services from April through October of last year and then took a plea deal on March 6.
Ms. Gray was willing to plead guilty to the main charge in this case, the attempted carjacking, and she agreed to plead guilty to brandishing something that appeared to be a firearm.
There is no agreement in Gray's sentence, but she could face up to 11 years in prison. Her sentencing hearing will be on May 9th. In Norfolk, Cheyenne Pagan, 10 on your side.